Hey there, guys. Jeremy again here with Consciousness Awake. Hope you're having a really positive day wherever you are, sending you an abundance of positive energy to uplift your spirits and evolve your consciousness. In today's video, I want to answer a question from, I believe it was an email or a comment a few days back. And that question was in regards to can two different people share an out-of-body experience? So the title of this video will be, can two people share a OBE? My answer to this question is absolutely yes, you can. I've done it a few times myself, and I know other people. Most importantly, it's not just me, but other people too with more experiences than I have, than I've had, who've also accomplished this with another projector, another person who's actually projecting. Sometimes these things happen accidentally, especially if you are living with a particular person who you have a really strong, spiritual connection with, emotional connection with. Sometimes it can happen spontaneously. Well, actually, a lot of times too, two different people who live together, who are in the same bedroom, same house, will have these experiences, but maybe one of them will have like full recall of the whole experience, and the other person might be a little hazy, or it might be hard to remember because it just didn't download right into their own physical brain. So these are some of the things to focus on if it's your goal to do astral projection and share the experience with your friend, or your girlfriend, your spouse, whoever it may be. But before you do that, though, remember it's really hard to share and have total recall of a astral projection experience between two people if the two people don't really know each other. Okay, so if there's no mental connection, spiritual connection, more importantly, emotional connection, it will make it very difficult for it to A, even happen, and B, for you to recollect the experience. So the most important factor would be an emotional connection. So if you're trying to do this experiment with consciousness and do it with somebody, one of your friends or loved ones, make sure you have a nice emotional connection back and forth, right? Not just one person having an emotional connection with another person and another person is not on the same page. Both people have to have an emotional connection that's been established. That makes it a lot easier. Secondly, waking up the other projector. So, in most case scenarios, if you're trying to accomplish this type of feat, one person will be the one going out of body during a meditation or a wake back to sleep method at 4:30 in the morning, or maybe trying to induce spontaneous activity to pop out of their body and then to accomplish their mental intention, which is to wake up the other projector. So what you do is you have to, so let me back up a little bit. So when you pop out of your body and go into the 4D etheric body in the real time zone, so it's an overlay of the physical plane, and you can move around your bedroom, move around your house, you can see the other people who are projecting or sleeping or etc. So that person that you're trying to do an astral projection with, if you go to them or to their room, wherever they are, you'll see their physical body just sleeping in their bed, okay? You'll see their 4D etheric body floating above their physical body, okay? And usually it's kind of in a sleep-like position. It's maybe somewhat curled up, legs tucked in, in sort of somewhat of a dormant, mode, state. And the eyes are closed on that etheric body. the eyes are closed. So if the eyes are closed, then you know that that person who's sleeping is not consciously within that etheric body at that time. Yes, people spontaneously project and go into their etheric body and astral bodies all the time, but they're just not recollecting the experiences for the most part. But yeah, if the eyes are closed, then that person is definitely not in their etheric body consciously. So what you do is you carefully go up to this floating etheric body that's next to the physical body of the person you're going to project with, and you just kind of tug and pull on it, okay? Like grab a leg, grab one of the etheric legs, yeah, definitely the leg, and just kind of like pull the legs, okay? Pull them towards you, pull them away from the physical body, and then also as you're doing this, vocalize. So that you can hear your voice. So talk to the etheric body and say a code word. Okay? So, number 3, code word symbols. Think of a code word that this other projector might respond to on a subconscious level. Okay? Something that you established prior to trying this experiment, of course. You can try a couple different code words or a few different code words, but I always stick to one. And whatever that is, it is. And then say the code word repeatedly and vocalize it. You'll notice that when you're in your etheric body, it might be kind of hard to really project your voice or sound. But as you practice vocalizing what you're trying to say while you're in your etheric body, you will become better at it. And so just vocalize and repeat the code word and keep doing it as you're tugging and pulling on the etheric body. And as you're doing all these things, you are dramatically increasing the likelihood that you will create a spontaneous out-of-body projection for that other person. Once you see the etheric eyes open and there's response, then you have to tell this other person that you're projecting with in this experiment that what the original mental intention was. So once that other person remembers, acknowledges what the original mental intention was, then they will have very high likelihood of recollection of the experience. So you as projector number 1 going out to have this experience with this other person, trying to wake this other person up in their other body, you will have full recollection of the experience, most definitely. But it's a matter of getting that other person to retain the experience. And again, as you have your experience, repeat the code words, things to activate consciousness, activate awareness levels for that other person, and sometimes still go up to the etheric body and not really shake it, but just touch it, pull on the arm a little bit, subtle moves. You never want to do anything too aggressive or anything that jerks too much, etc. So don't do those types of things. Just be careful. Use common sense. But anyways, yeah. So that other person needs to recollect the experience. So when both people come together and they download and recollect the whole experience, and it downloads into their physical brain, once you both wake up, you will definitely recollect it together, or at least one of you will. All right. Well, anyways, that's some advice and some tips on how to have an OBE with another person. And yes, my response to that question was yes, it's definitely possible. I've done it. Other people have done it. It's definitely a real thing. It just takes a little practice to actually achieve. All right. Have a wonderful night. Please subscribe and like the video if this resonates with you.